Hello there, welcome back to Lice with Francis. My name is Francis if you're new here, and I am a lice removal salon owner or lice clinic owner, like some people call it. Today I'm doing a video about which one is better, having an office to treat in or being mobile. I have experience with both of these, so I just thought it'd be a great video. This could be either for people who are wanting to start a lice removal service or for people who are just curious about lice removal. You're dealing with lice and you don't know if you want to call a mobile service or if you would like to go into an office. And so this is just my opinion on what I have experienced with both of these. So I can give you a little bit of background. I have been owner of a lice treatment company for 10 years. Well, almost. It'll be 10 years in September of this year. But I started out as an employee, and that was in 2010. And then the previous owner decided to sell the company to me in 2014. And so I've been owner ever since. But when I started back in 2010, it was a mobile service. So the company actually started in 2009, started by two moms who were friends. And they started out mobile. And so that what they would do is they would pack up everything and go to the home and treat lice. And so we did that until 2011, and then we got an office. So I have about one year experience driving to the homes and doing that. And I have a lot more experience with that as well because my business does offer mobile as well. So sometimes we still go out to homes even though we prefer that they come into the office. And so let me just go ahead and just tell you guys my experience with it. I believe it's good for someone who they're just now starting out, and this is for someone who wants to own a lice treatment, a lice removal service. I do believe that it's good starting out. Your overhead cost is a lot lower. You know, your overhead cost is just a lot lower. You don't have to worry about paying rent and all that stuff for space. However, there's pros and cons. So there's wear and tear on the car and the other people that you might be using. You do want to make sure they have insurance. I mean, the people who are working for you, you want to make sure they have insurance, that they're keeping up to date with it. They're good drivers. You know, you definitely want to check their background and things like that. It can be a little bit. So this is what I noticed when I first started, and we actually traveled to the houses. I didn't know anything else, so of course I liked it. And whenever they said that they got an office and now we're going to start working out of the office, I was a little sad because I've always been one of those people that has been terrified of change. And so I used to be like that. I'm not like that anymore, but I used to be terrified of change. And, you know, I would just like keep it the way that it is. I like it the way that it is. I think it's fun going to houses every day. And some people think that's scary, and they would say things like, oh, I bet you the houses are dirty, because, you know, people have that perception about head lice and thinking that it has something to do with dirty, which it has nothing to do with. And I would tell them, no, most of the houses that we went to, I would say 90% of the houses that we went to were mansions and really, really nice houses, you know. And so I really enjoyed that part of it too, just seeing all these different homes and all the decors. And a lot of the houses had live-in maids, and, you know, I was just like, it's the total opposite of what you think. And lice, anybody can get lice, and it doesn't matter about your social status or how much money you have in your bank account. And that's why in some of my videos, I will say, this parent that came in, there was a doctor. I say those things just so people will get that stigma out of their head, you know. And I might say, oh, this person was a therapist and this person was a registered nurse.
She's just scared of my lice.
I am scared of your lice.
I'm actually lice-free now, as of a few days ago.
First of all, yeah, I heard that your whole house is full of lice.
Oh my God!
So that's why I didn't hug her.
It's horrible.
So I've never had lice in my life. So what happens?
How do you know though? You can't see them; they're so small.
Well, then how do you know you have them?
I don't know. I hope I don't have them anymore. Well, my kids had them.
So then how do you know?
So the nurse at school saw them, and it happened already like a few months ago.
But you said you can't see them.
Well, she found them for some reason because my daughter was itching, and then she had to go to the nurse, and then they looked, and sure enough, they found a little egg. And then they're like beyond small. So we had the lice fairies come over to our house. Awful.
That does sound awful. Is this the first time that's happened in your house?
Second time.
Second time.
Yeah.
Do you bathe?
They did it at school. Yeah, of course we do.
Why are you booked here today? I don't understand. Why wouldn't you just stay home and say I'll come next week or something?
So, back to what I was saying. I did enjoy going to all of these homes and seeing all these different decor and meeting all these new families. So I was kind of like, oh, so we're going to be in an office now. That's going to be different. But I will say, I am so glad that we decided to do it in an office because this is what I've learned. Going to houses, back to back like we would do, it's very time consuming. It's a lot of wear and tear on your car. You have to carry a lot of things with you, and you need to be able to clean the things in between clients, and it's a lot of driving back and forth. Like I said, you do carry a lot of things with you. I'll show you. I bought this stuff after, like when we first started, they gave us like luggages. We would carry like a luggage around with us. I bought this little thing right here on Amazon, which I'll show you guys. And it's basically like a mobile salon station thing. I'll just put it up here. And you see how you can like open it. It has like, you can put like your combs and all that stuff in here. So, but you could get something like that to carry around with you. They have bigger ones. And then lighting is very important. And so one thing I noticed is some of these houses, especially the older houses, they're usually not very well lit. And lighting is very important when you're treating lice. So sometimes we would go like in the backyard if it's a warm day, when just use that natural sunlight. We would wear these headlights on our heads, which give you a headache after 30 minutes. But now sometimes I will carry one of the lights that we use in the office. Like I'll just take this with me so that I can see really well. But there are a lot of things that you are going to have to carry around with you. And like I said, you're actually able to get a lot more people in for the day when you're not driving around all day. So when you schedule your appointments and you're just having people come in back to back, you can get way more done, especially if you have more than one technician, you have several different offices and people are just getting done in and out one at a time. You also need to consider traffic on certain days. Also, weather conditions. Some days it could snow, it could be heavy rain. And also you'll have time to save money on buying equipment because buying equipment for the office can be expensive. But I will say it is convenient for the clients. Some of them say, you'd be surprised on how many people don't want somebody at their house. And that's because they're worried. Some of them are worried about like lice falling in the carpet and things like that, because lice could make you really paranoid. I'll say that. And so some of them worry about that, and so they'd rather come into an office. Some people don't want to come into an office. Some people are really kind of high-strung, and they get really nervous. They think they're going to get lice if they go into a place. But we, of course, clean very thoroughly. We're in the business of getting rid of lice. We don't want to spread it. But, so it just depends on how you are and how you feel. Me personally, I like for people to come into the office. We have chairs, that go up and down. It's a lot more comfortable, so we can see a lot better. It's a lot more comfortable on our back, because when you get to different houses, there's going to be different types of chairs, different all of that. And so you're not going to have that luxury of having a chair that moves up and down with you. Sometimes people have low seats, and so you're going to be bending down a lot, and it's back-breaking, I'll just say that. So that's another reason why I prefer being in an office. And like I said, you're going to save time. You can get people in and out better. You can clean right here in the office. You don't have to go somewhere else clean and before you can get to your next client. And now I will say another reason why it can be convenient for customers, and that's why we still offer that on our website. You do have to pay more for us to come out to you because we would like you to come into the office, plus, gas, things like that, all of that. But we still offer it because we do have some customers, like I said, who do not want to come in. And we even had, it was years ago, but we actually had an NBA player's wife who called us to come, and she wanted us to come to her house. And she wanted to make sure that we did not wear any t-shirts that had our name on it, nothing that said Lice on it. And she was like, she wanted to make sure we didn't have that on our cars or whatever vehicles that we drive. She just wanted to make sure no one knew that they were dealing with lice. And so that's why we keep that on our website, because we do get people like that who call in, who could be a local celebrity, like news anchors, things like that. And just, local celebrities in general. We've had several of those, and we've actually done a few, prominent people over the years who they just don't want people to see them. But I've actually had some who don't care. Like, they come in and didn't care who was in here and had no issue. So it just all depends on the person. It is convenient for some people for us to come to their house because they can be getting their laundry done. They can be doing all the cleaning that they need to do. And sometimes they have little ones, like babies who, could be sleeping and things like that. So for people like that, it is a good service. Some of them will rather come in because they are going to save money that way. Lice treatment is already expensive. And so knowing that it's cheaper to just come into the office, they'll just come into the office. But that is everything that I wanted to share in this video. If you are needing lice treatment that works really well, be sure to click, it'll probably be linked on this video, but we have amazing lice treatments that you can do at home by yourself. It comes with detailed instructions. And like I said, it's simple, easy to use, and it works very well. It's all natural. And it's only harmful to the lice. So check out the products below that are linked below. And be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload a video. I hope everyone has a blessed day. Thank you for watching.